guys, welcome back to my channel. Mermaid Nina here. I thought tonight we would do yet another Disney World updates video because Disney, for some reason this week, really gave us a lot of really good info, and a lot of things are coming back with some new dates. So I'm going to share that with you guys. But first, I need to take a moment and thank you guys. I don't know if you have noticed, but I have finally hit 10,000 subscribers. And I don't know if you guys realize, but for a small channel, that is a big milestone. And I just cannot thank you guys enough. Really, from the bottom of my heart, I so appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the views, all the subs, all the likes, and all the comments. You guys have helped my channel grow by giving me feedback and letting me know what I should do different or what you're looking for. You guys have totally helped by giving me all the views and the love and the support. And I really just cannot thank you guys enough. I started this channel, which feels like 10,000 years ago, for my clients. As a travel agent, I wanted a channel, a place for my clients to go to get real, legit information, not clickbait, but real actual information that was going to prove helpful to them when they go on their vacations. And then my business kind of boomed, right? Because I'm a travel agent, and I stepped back a little bit. And then when COVID hit, I just didn't know what to do with myself. I had all this information in my head that I just wanted to share. And so I revamped my channel, and now you guys have helped make it what it is today. And I just can't wait to keep growing alongside with you guys. So again, thank you so much for all the love and support. Really, guys, 100%. Thank you so much. I'm beyond words. 10,000 subs. Never thought I would get here. My kitties were so excited. They were actually watching it as it was happening. It was great. Thank you again, guys. But let's get into the updates, right? That's why you guys stay tuned for the video tonight. So first, we're going to start with Animal Kingdom because actually a few really cool things are happening specifically at Animal Kingdom. So the first one is the Finding Nemo show. So for those of you who have been to Disney World pre-COVID, you will remember this awesome live puppeteering, singing show. I absolutely loved it. I forgot what it was called. Was it just called Finding Nemo? I don't even know. Absolutely loved it. The actors use these like enormous, intricate puppets, and they're doing the show while singing and kind of talking to each other. It's just phenomenal. Sometimes they actually step out into the audience and they have kind of like, kind of interaction, not really, but they come out from the stage. I'm hoping that continues. But anyway, Disney, took that show down per COVID, and they announced that a newer version, an updated version, I'm assuming a slightly more COVID safe version, is coming out. And of course, we've all been waiting, but it's official, guys. June 13th will be the beginning of Finding Nemo, the Big Blue, and Beyond. They did say it's going to be a 25-minute show, and it will, feature those puppets and singing, and I'm just so excited for it. And just so you know, 25 minutes can be a long show for littles to sit at, but I can promise you, my littles, back when they were little, and we saw the show, did not have a problem sitting. They absolutely were so enthralled with this show. If I remember correctly, they had a really big crush that comes out. OMG, I am so excited. So yes, Nina is planning on catching this show very, very soon. Yes, I am super duper excited. But yeah, that's one of the big announcements is the Big Blue is finally coming back to Animal Kingdom. And yes, it will be on Genie Plus. So you can absolutely Genie Plus this show to get yourself a good spot. But yeah, uber excited. June 13th for the Finding Nemo show. But let's move on to another show, right? The Lion King, whoop, whoop. So if you guys remember, when the Lion King show came back, it was reduced. They didn't have the tumbler monkeys. They didn't have the flying birds, which is my favorite scene, by the way. I always cry. And they kind of updated it and changed the name a little bit per COVID. Well, guess what, guys? They are bringing back pretty much the original show starting July 16th. So excited about that. As much as I loved kind of the introductory, COVID show, I really, really did miss the flying birds. If you go see that show, and you'll know what I'm talking about, it's emotional and beautiful. So anyway, yes, before I ramble on too much, July 16th, the original, I'm hoping, the Festival of the Lion King will return. And like I said, this will include those tumbler monkeys and the birdies. And this will also be Genie Plus. So yeah, you can go ahead and Genie Plus this as well. Sad note, however, for them to be able to do the transition between the celebration of the Festival of the Lion King to the actual Festival of the Lion King, they do have to close down the show for about 10 days. So July 5th through the 15th, the whole Lion King experience will be closed down as they make those modifications. So yeah, 2 shows coming back absolutely at Animal Kingdom. Now the third thing at Animal Kingdom is the Adventurers Outpost is returning. You know what this means? This means meet and greets with Mick and Min. That's right. Starting June 19th, you can finally go hug and hang out and get your signatures from Mickey and Minnie over at Animal Kingdom at the Adventurers Outpost. They are super duper adorable because of course they're wearing their little safari getup and their safari hats, similar to what outfit they would wear over at Tusker House. So I'm assuming they're going to take a break from Tusker House during the day a little bit and meet and greet guests out there at the Adventurers Outpost. So yeah, those are the 3 big newses for Animal Kingdom. But let's move on, okay? Because I got a whole bunch of other stuff. So in case you missed it, I've talked about it before. 2023 Disney World vacation packages are out. Woohoo! They came out a couple of days ago, which made for a very, very busy day for me, which is totally awesome. Love that. I had been making a 2023 list of all my potential clients and people who wanted to book for 2023. So of course that morning I got in contact with everyone and made sure everyone got their quotes so we can start booking those packages. Just note that so far for 2023, there are no meal plans and no Genie Plus at this time. Now, this doesn't mean they won't add meal plans later, and it doesn't mean they won't add Genie Plus or whatever potential skip the line system they may or may not change or come up with. It's just currently at this time, 2023 packages are basically just Disney Resort and tickets. So yeah, just know that in advance. And I'm just gonna note it, guys, because I get a lot of you asking, Nina, when are meal plans gonna return? You can ask that question 2,000 times if you want. We don't know. Nobody knows. I'm not even sure Mickey himself knows at this point, because was it last year or I think it was the year before? I think it was 2021. Disney dropped this huge bomb like they love to do and told us meal plans are coming back. Woohoo! Everyone got so excited and tried to predict when that was going to happen. Fast forward, meal plans are still not out. I personally, with my educated experience, believe that meal plans are not coming out for a really, really long time. Why? Because the meal plans are a way for you to save on dining. And if everyone on the planet, just like they did for Genie Plus, gets the meal plan, that means we need to have more dining reservations available to us. Again, Disney released Genie Plus, too many people bought it, and so they had to backtrack. The same thing could happen if they released meal plans at this time. We really need to get all dining situations back to pre-COVID. We need them to be at full capacity. We need them to be fully staffed. We need them all to be open, and we need those characters back, right? That was one of the perk parts of the meal plan, is you could save a few dollars by eating at a super more expensive meal, which were the character meals. So that is my opinion. Until Disney is able to bring back all the restaurants, all the character meals, all the staff, and, fill the restaurants to capacity. I just don't see that happening yet. Not to mention Disney is still experiencing pantry issues, supply issues, just like we are in our normal lives back here at home. Disney's experiencing the same thing. Sometimes they have a product the next week for some reason, they just can't get it in, supply, demand, still COVID issues out there. I'm not even sure. But yeah, that is my personal opinion that meal plans are not coming back anytime soon. And I feel that Genie Plus for 2023 will be different. I just don't see them taking the current system as it is today and pushing it out for 2023. I think this is an awesome chance for Disney to do better for not only themselves, but for us as guests. Something a little bit more user-friendly, something that can, work with the majority of the people. Fast passes, everyone pretty much used them, and it was a fine system. Genie Plus has been struggling because the amount of people who use it. So this gives Disney the chance, basically 6 months to update, change, and adjust that system. So that's what I'm looking forward to. But as we started out saying, 2023 packages are out. Woohoo! I've been booking a lot of January and February and March, and you can only book up to 499 days in advance, which reaches October. So for anyone who wants October, November, December, we do have to wait a little bit longer, but if anyone's looking for a travel agent out there, just email me. We'll see if we can get you some quotes. But yeah, 2023 is out. And of course, because I did mention Genie Plus, we're gonna segue right into that. As I said in my previous Genie Plus video, as of this time, no more advance purchasing of Genie Plus. So if you didn't already add it to your Disney vacation package, if you didn't already add it to your park tickets, it's done. You can no longer add it in advance. But not all is lost. You can add it the morning of that day on your app, which actually gives you the chance to decide, do I really need it at Animal Kingdom? Do I really need it at Epcot? Again, my personal opinion is that Genie Plus works at all 4 parks, but depending on your situation, maybe you're only going for a half a day, or maybe you're only going in the evening and therefore you don't want to purchase Genie Plus that day. Well, you don't have to. You can pick and choose which day out of your trip you want to purchase Genie Plus for. So that is the nice benefit of that situation. And again, it still says in the fine print regarding Genie Plus, subject to availability. We do not know what that means. I don't know if Genie Plus will sell out in a given day. Therefore, early bird gets the worm. The first person to purchase it is the first person to get it. We don't know. Disney isn't really saying, but I am highly suspicious during peak times like perhaps even July 4th. I mean, who knows? That's a busy day at Magic Kingdom. But things like Christmas, Thanksgiving, spring break, all those kind of peak holiday seasons, I am suspect that perhaps Genie Plus could sell out. Therefore, you do want to be the first person to purchase it each and every morning that you want it. And again, you can start purchasing Genie Plus at midnight. It does make for a hard night's sleep to be up at midnight and then again at 7 a.m., but it is what it is. And I did notice that, I don't know if this is new, but it says if you go further into the fine print, which again is why I think Disney took it away from packages, is it says very specifically, Genie Plus is non-refundable, non-transferable, and non-revocable. I think this is why they took it off of packages. I think too many people were getting Genie Plus. Oh, I heard about Genie Plus, I'm gonna add it to my package. And then they get there and they don't know what they're doing. They didn't know that they needed to get their very, very first ride of the day at 7 a.m. If you don't do that, it kind of sets you back. So even if you're not going to the park at rope drop, even if you're not going until the evening, you still wanna secure your first pass at 7 a.m. You can just get a time that's later in the day, but you do need to start at 7 a.m. so that you can try to secure what Disney calls 2 to 3 passes in a day. But yeah, I think this was the issue. People were adding it to their packages or adding it to their tickets. They didn't know what it was. They didn't know how to use it. And then once they got to Disney, of course, they want a refund. But Disney is clearly saying at this point, non-refundable, non-transferable, which means you can't transfer it to your trip tomorrow or your day tomorrow, and non-revocable, which means Disney's not going to remove it. So yeah, there you go. Again, I don't love Genie Plus, but it works. If I can save time in a long, long line, absolutely. Unfortunately, that's just the truth of the matter. Love it, hate it. It's the only way to save that time and to skip the line. But let's move on. Okay, Disney's Caribbean Beach. Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort is a moderate resort that has access to the Skyliner. You know, back in the day, it wasn't an uber-duper popular resort, but since they've put on the Skyliner, it has become more popular. I have found myself booking Caribbean Beach more and more than I ever did before, and I really do think it's due to that Skyliner. But Caribbean Beach had a set of rooms known as the Pirate Rooms. They were these kind of awesome 2 double-size beds. I'm gonna say that again, double-size beds that looked like mini pirate ships. Of course, they had a giant, you know, Jolly Roger flag curtain thing in the room, and it was just very pirate-like, and it was a really cool idea for you to take your little pirates on vacation. However, 2 full or double-sized beds. That was a hard sell for a lot of my guests. Most, if not all, with the exception of All-Star Sports, all Disney resort rooms come with 2 queens at bare minimum. Sometimes you can get a king, but at bare minimum, you're getting 2 queens. The whole 2 full or 2 double-sized beds is a hard concept. Not everyone wants to sleep with a particular person next to them in such a tiny bed. I know me, my husband is 6'4". I would at least like a queen, please. So long story short, they have announced that they are discontinuing the pirate rooms over at Caribbean Beach starting in 2023, which makes you wonder, what are they going to do with those rooms? Obviously, it's signs for a refurb, right? Are they going to redo pirate rooms and just do 2 queen beds? Are they going to come up with a whole different theme? Again, 2 queen beds. I have no clue. Disney isn't saying, but just know Caribbean Beach is discontinuing those pirate rooms. And Disney, if you're listening, I think you should refurb the other rooms as well. Just opinion-wise, I've stayed there a few times recently, and yeah, some things could be fixed over there at Caribbean Beach. But yes, no pirate rooms, which makes you wonder what Disney has in store for Caribbean Beach Resort. And yes, in case you missed it, all rooms except for All-Star Sports and the pirate rooms have 2 queen beds, which is another reason why I am not a fan of All-Star Sports. But we're gonna move on. Ready? All right. Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. You ready? I feel like I've been talking about this ride my past like few hundred videos, but more things have come to the surface. So I don't think Disney was really prepared for this, as were many guests, but apparently Guardians of the Galaxy is causing some major motion sickness to the point where they are now handing out barf bags, vomit bags, actual like airplane bags in case you feel the need. It makes you wonder, did Disney know this in advance that they were creating such a ride that was going to cause so many problems? Or do they not care? Because it seems to be like a 50-50 mix. Every time I see a post about it, it seems like 50% of the people are like, no, I thought it was awesome. I didn't have any problems at all. And then the other 50% is, ooh, no, I got sick, made me sick all day, ruined my whole day. So just note that depending on your sensitivity levels, Guardians of the Galaxy could cause problems for you. And yes, they are handing out, they do have vomit bags available. They also have water and kind of wash rags in case you need to like clean up a little bit, and mints. They're doing as best they can to help you in case you do get sick. They do have cast there ready to call medical. In fact, medical has been called several times a day for this ride in particular, to the point that all the Orlando hospitals in the area have had 1 or 2 guests pretty much every day with issues due to Guardians of the Galaxy. So yes, know this in advance. It is a coaster that has some virtual reality screen situations involved that can cause people motion sickness. Even if you can do a coaster, just note it's the screens. It's just like at Ratatouille. Ratatouille in general doesn't make anyone sick, but the staring at the screens that are moving like action fast, that's what's kind of causing the problem. So just note that about Guardians of the Galaxy. And in case anyone else wonders, the other ride that tends to get people really, really sick also at Epcot is Mission Space, green or orange. One is, you know, lighter than the other, but they both can make someone sick. And I also want to throw this out there. Disney World is hot right now. Very, very hot. And even though you've ridden a ride 20 times before and you know coasters and you're good at it, due to the heat and maybe not drinking enough water and who knows what other situations, you might find yourself getting sick more than you thought or more than you used to. So just note, as the heat does kick up a notch, you do have to kind of take care of yourself and make sure you're staying hydrated and shaded and know your limits. I know sometimes I will be more willing to do a ride when it's cooler out than when it's super duper hot and maybe you haven't eaten enough or drinking enough water. So just take care of yourselves out there, guys, is basically what I'm saying. Is it's hot and some of these rides, you know, they can be intense. Let's just put it that way. So yes, Guardians of the Galaxy, vomit bags. Exciting, right? But let's move on. Also at Epcot, I don't know if you guys realize this, but Disney has a Visa credit card. It is by Chase. And no, I am not getting perks for talking to you guys about this, although I do have the credit card myself. The Chase Disney Visa credit card sometimes gets you some perks. Sometimes they put out a special deal for Disney packages specifically for Visa card holders, as well as we get like 10% off of merchandise or something like that when we shop in the parks. And also, they have finally brought back one of our other perks, and that is a specific special meet and greet area over at Epcot, where only people with the Visa credit card can meet the characters. So they have brought that back. It is near the Figment ride, Journey into the Imagination with Figment over at Epcot. And apparently, Mick and Min, Pluto, and Goofy are meeting guests in their 50 attire. So this is pretty exciting. There's not too many places on property where you can meet those characters in their new 50th, you know, exciting celebration outfits. So yes. Again, that's over at Epcot, and it is only for Disney Visa holders. All you have to do is flash them your card, and they let you right in. So yes, that's super exciting. Can't wait to go see them in their gear when I am back at Epcot. Next thing up, a little bit of a sad note, not too bad though. Magic bands. Just a heads up, magic bands, the supply everywhere is uber low, lower than it's ever been. So traditionally, if you have a Disney vacation package, I tell you guys to go on your app under Magic Bands and Cards, and you can order a Magic Band at reduced cost. This is absolutely great, except for the past several months, if not even longer, the supply on the app has been low, like only 5 options, and it's the really expensive character-themed Magic Band options. For which case, many people would then suggest, all right, well, wait to purchase your Magic Bands. Purchase them once you get there. Purchase them at the resorts and the parks. I'm here to say that even that is becoming difficult. A lot of people have been complaining that supply is just uber low everywhere. Stores that you used to be able to get a good selection of Magic Bands at is getting relatively slow or low. I do not know why. I don't know if it's because Disney plans on getting out Magic Band Plus, thus pushing that instead, but they did say in the Magic Band Plus announcement that regular Magic Bands will not be going away. So I really truly think it's just a supply issue like it is with everything else that's going on right now. Maybe they're having a hard time because it has an RFID chip in it. Maybe that supply is low. I'm not really sure, but just heads up, know this in advance. Magic Bands, whether it's online or in person, can be a hard thing to score. So maybe you won't get the ideal color pattern character that you wanted. I've been hearing a lot about gray sparklies being available. I personally have a black sparkly and I love it. So yeah, just know that in advance, you might have to just settle with whatever magic band you can find, which you might as well just order online and go ahead and get your discount so that at least you've saved a little bit money, even though it wasn't your ideal magic band. So yes, know that in advance. Next up, Remy, woohoo! Okay, so Remy's adventure over at Epcot, wow, this is a lot of Epcots in a row, has turned into a Genie Plus ride. That's right, a few days after Guardians of the Galaxy came out, Disney decided to go ahead and make Ratatouille a Genie Plus ride instead of an individual Lightning Lane ride. That means only people who have Genie Plus can skip the line for Ratatouille. You can no longer purchase an individual Lightning Lane for it. So for those of you who have Genie Plus, this is good for you because that means it gives you another ride option. For those of you who wanted to pay for it, separately, not so much a thing. But just note that this is listed to happen only into August 7th. So Disney has decided to take a handful of rides, individual Lightning Lane rides, off the list and move them over to Genie Plus to give those Genie Plus people a few more ride options. And just note that Remy is part of that list now, at least until August 7th. We'll see if Disney adjusts that after that point. But yes, Remy, Ratatouille, whatever you want to call it, is now a Genie Plus ride until August 7th. Next thing up, this one's actually pretty exciting, guys. I'm sure you have seen it if you've been paying attention. Minivans. That's right. Those adorable pink vans with the white polka dots that have been out pre-COVID are back. Well, they'll be back on June 29th. They are absolutely 100% adorable. Who doesn't want to take a ride around Disney World in a minivan? But here are things you need to know. So, how do you score a minivan? You need to do it on your Lyft app. You cannot do it by calling Disney. You cannot do it by calling Mickey. You have to do it on the Lyft app. And eventually, starting June 29th, it will give you a selection to pick a minivan over a regular Lyft. But here are a few things you want to know. Minivans are going to automatically come with 2 car seats. So should you have a couple of littles, you can absolutely put them in official car seats. You'll have cast members there to help install them and all those great things. It will sit up to 6 passengers. So parties up to 6. If you are 7 people, you will have to call 2 minivans. Also, they will have accessible minivans available too. So if you have a scooter or a wheelchair or you have some accessibility needs, note that you can specifically select in the app that you need an accessible minivan. Now, here's the thing that kind of disappointed me a little bit. In the announcement, it only listed Walt Disney World. It did not list the airport. I was so hoping minivans were going to be able to pick people up from MCO and take them to Disney World. This isn't in the update, so I'm assuming it's not going to happen, at least not at this time. They specifically mentioned over and over again, you would call a minivan when you need to, say, go from your hotel to a restaurant somewhere, or if you want to go from your hotel to a park. It's basically a situation within Walt Disney World. Your hotel to a restaurant that's at another hotel. Your hotel, and you want to bypass the monorail and the bus, and you just want to get to Hollywood Studios. All those kind of things would be why you want to call a minivan, again, by Lyft. But yes, I am personally excited to see them back. They were so cute to kind of see them driving down the road or parking at a resort. Yeah, super exciting. But yes, I hope they add MCO to the list as well, because I know there's plenty of people who would love that service, especially if we can add that to vacation packages. Disney would love to be able to do that. Last thing on my list is the Hoop-Dee-Doo musical review is finally coming back on June 23rd. That's right, finally. This has been rumored to be coming back now for months and months and months and months. I feel like I have said this before, but yes, the Hoop-Dee-Doo Revue is a family style, like barbecue, home style, good cooking food. Is that even a word, good cooking? Over at Fort Wilderness. It is dancing, it is family style eating. It's just a hootin' good time is basically what it is. A lot of foursquare and dancing, joke telling situations over at the Hoop-Dee-Doo Revue. Again, at Fort Wilderness. Fort Wilderness is Disney's campsite that they have over there across from Magic Kingdom, right next to Wilderness Lodge. It is its own resort, so you do have to take a boat from Magic Kingdom to get there. But yes, the Hoop-Dee-Doo Revue used to be a really, really popular show, dining, dinner show over there. So yeah, it's back. June 23rd. But yeah, that's all I have on my list, guys. I'm sure plenty of other new things have been announced and coming out, but these are the ones that kind of stuck out to me. So just remember, we can now book 2023. And for those of you who still want to book for 2022, that's still happening, of course. But yeah, these are some exciting updates. I just want to remind people again, I said it earlier, it's hot season at Disney World and it's only going to get hotter if you can imagine that. So please take care of yourself. Pack those waters, those cooling towels, those neck fans, and anything you can possibly do to kind of make sure that you can have a successful and awesome and of course magical vacation over at Disney World. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed my updates video. I hope a few things kind of helped you out, or at least you took notes and are going to put them on your vacation list. But yeah, as always, guys, I hope you appreciated the video. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel. If the subscribe button is red, please click it, turn it gray, hit the bell icon for notifications. Like this video and comment. Which one of these updates are you most excited about? Personally, it's cross between Lion King and Nemo. I cannot wait to see the bird scene at Lion King and the Nemo show. It's just been too long. And the puppets alone on the Nemo show just blow my mind. Sometimes all I do is just stare at those puppets because they are absolutely amazing. The fact that they've turned the whole show into singing and dancing with hand puppets, it's just truly elaborate. So yeah, absolutely excited for that, guys. But as always, mahalo for watching. Nina out.